She was only 14 years old. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. About a year ago, I did a story. It was a story about Celeste Rivas, a 14-year-old girl who was found not only dead in the front trunk of a Tesla, but her body was in two different bags. There's a singer, or a former singer right now, by the name of David. David, an adult, was allegedly in a relationship with 14-year-old Celeste. She had ran away from home. She had left messages talking about a David, and then she's found in David's trunk. And thankfully, David was just arrested. But I want to talk about how, before I even go there, I want to make sure that we understand. David's Tesla was parked in one spot for months in LA County. And it was reported, and when a tow truck came to pick it up, they reported the stench coming from the vehicle. The trunk was popped, and that's when Celeste was found in the two separate bags. Now, I watched a portion of Poetic Flaco's video regarding this case, and it's obvious that Poetic Flaco doesn't know much about the law, right? He's good at what he does, but he doesn't do a lot of homework. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people who, fortunately for them, weren't involved in the legal system, and they don't know this. Poetic Flaco talked about the grand jury, and they immediately came back with a murder verdict. I don't know, I don't want to say murder verdict, but they came back with murder, that he should be charged with murder, that, that was their finding. However, Poetic Flaco doesn't know this. There's an old saying: a grand jury will convict a ham sandwich. The grand jury, you don't, as the defendant, and I'm not defending David in any way, I'm just saying in general, if you get indicted by the grand jury, you don't get to present any evidence. It's completely the state, their version of events, their handpicked witnesses to solidify their version, and you will get indicted. If your case goes before a grand jury, you will be indicted. And a lot of people don't know that if you get indicted by the grand jury, again, you don't get to say anything. You get to put up no defense, right? However, if he was just arrested for murder without a grand jury indictment, there will be a hearing prior to being bound over from municipal to superior court. Okay? And so the state was smart enough to avoid that through a grand jury indictment. I don't know what all the charges are right now. It's being said, I saw that the media has reported that the state, they wanted to be able to tell what was the cause of death, because there were some that were whispering that it could be an overdose or whatever, right? And the state believes that they have enough evidence to prove that it was murder. Now, having gone through the system, having been a criminal in my past, I can tell you what I believe right now is going to happen. And it's what is normally done. The state believes they have a case. They will charge him with murder. They will also charge him with voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, and assault. And that's what's called the shotgun effect. They're going to throw everything at him possible. And David ain't getting out. David's going to go do some time. And David should. He had no business texting a 14-year-old girl. He had no business allowing a 14-year-old runaway into his life and into his home. He had no business if there, even the thought that there was an overdose, he had no business being involved in drugs with a minor. And he definitely had no business harming this little girl. If nothing else, hopefully this could be a cautionary tale for other children that are thinking that home life isn't the best, and maybe if you just set out and run off with this guy, especially a damn adult, right? Because the grass ain't always greener. We all go through some stuff at home, but nobody loves us more than the people within that home. Even if they don't know how to show it, they love you more. They care about you more than anyone you could meet outside of the home, on the internet, or anywhere else. This thing will drag on, and I promise you that just like 99% of the guys that are in prison, David's friends, some of them are going to cooperate. Some of them already have. And good. Because if they are confirming that David was in a relationship with this 14-year-old child, he deserves whatever comes his way. He put himself in that position. And why not send her home? Why did it have to end the way it ended? Why did a 14-year-old girl have to be placed in the trunk of a car and just left there for months to rot? David is going to blame his friends. David is going to blame Celeste. David is going to blame the cops, the DA, the judge, the jury. But David, you're in jail because of what you chose to do. It's not your friends that are telling on you. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You chose this, and you're going to get what you deserve. She was 14 years old. A baby. She should be home right now. But allegedly, you decided she didn't deserve to go home. She didn't belong with her family. According to you, she belonged in the trunk. A 14-year-old girl. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.